Once upon a time, there was a guy who needed some money. He needed it badly, like pay your rent money. In fact, he owed his landlord 3 months of rent, and if he didn't come up with the cash soon, he'd be out on the street. He tried everything. He pawned his stuff. He took on extra jobs, but nothing worked. Then he got an idea. Why not print some money? We all know counterfeiting is wrong, illegal, immoral. But this guy, let's call him Joe, wasn't your average counterfeiter. He didn't forge $20 bills at home or use a copy machine to make fake 100s. No, Joe had a plan. He bought high-quality paper. He mixed his own ink, and with a steady hand and a clear conscience, he printed $500 bills. Not bad, they looked almost real. So he rolled them up, put them in his pocket, went to the grocery store and paid with one of his own bills. The cashier didn't notice, neither did the store owner. And soon enough, Joe had real money in his pocket. But this didn't solve his big problem. He still owed his landlord 3 months of rent, so he tried it again. He printed more bills, he paid his rent, he even bought himself a new TV. Suddenly, Joe had a lot of fake money and a lot of confidence. He was ready to play bigger. The quality of his bills was so good, they slipped through the economy unnoticed. Banks deposited them, machines processed them. Everyone trusted them. That gave Joe an idea. What if he made even more? What if he flooded the city with fake bills? He would become the richest man around. Nobody would notice. Well, except maybe the government, the police, the banks, the Federal Reserve. They might not like his little scheme. So Joe decided to take things slowly. Start small. Keep a low profile. He printed 500 bills, $50,000 in fake cash, and then he waited. Days turned into weeks. Nothing happened. No raids, no arrests, no suspicious phone calls. Maybe he could get away with it. So he doubled his order, then tripled it. Soon, his apartment was filled with boxes of money. Literally, thousands of crisp $500 bills stacked up to his ceiling. It was a mountain of fake cash. Joe had made a fortune, but he wanted more. He wanted to change the world. He expanded his operation. He bought commercial printing presses, paper by the ton, ink by the barrel. He hired staff. He rented warehouses. He built a legitimate business on top of his counterfeit empire. It was genius. For years, he fooled everyone. Bankers, investors, economists, politicians. Nobody knew what was coming. Then suddenly it stopped. One day in early 2004, Joe vanished. He closed his business. He disappeared. The only trace of him was a trail of fake money. Agents began to notice anomalies. Stacks of $500 bills turning up in different states. Serial numbers that repeated, paper and ink that matched. At first, they ignored it. But as more and more bills showed up, they started to connect the dots. Someone was making fake money on an industrial scale. Soon, the FBI and the Secret Service joined the hunt. They gathered intelligence, chased rumors and followed leads. And eventually they found Joe. He was arrested. His empire crumbled and his secret came out. He wasn't a billionaire. He wasn't a banker. He wasn't even a criminal mastermind. He was just one man. And yet with nothing but paper, ink and confidence, he created millions. He built an empire out of nothing. And for years he fooled governments, banks and businesses. This is the story of the man who printed fake money. If you like this kind of financial thriller, check out our series